Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new series. This is VA-11 Hall-A Cyberpunk Bartender Action. I'm going to be calling it Valhalla like everybody else has been, and how I'm pretty sure it's affectionately called in story itself. Now, I don't know anything. This is a completely blind Let's Play. All I know is that this is a bartender simulator style game that's mainly story based. It apparently has like really good character development, a really great story, but for gameplay wise, it's mostly going to be me mixing drinks and talking to people. So a lot of talking in this thing. All I know is that it's good, really good people there, and that it was made in like a cyberpunk game jam, and again, so somehow it is placed in a cyberpunk dystopian world. So let's go ahead and get into it and see how it is. Thank you for playing it. It's best to get comfortable. There's nothing really there, but I got curious about this when I saw Cyberpunk Bartender Simulator, and I had no idea what this is. So we'll see what's going on. Anna, psst. Anna, hey, over here. Again, so far, I'm going to love the adorable here. Anna, boo! How's that for an entrance? Come on, Joe. Look sharp. The game's starting, and the player needs a good first impression of its main character. I know you served a bunch of tuxedo-clad corgis over the weekend, and the bar will eventually close. Tuxedo-clad corgis. What did I... Sure. And I'll admit, my little prank on you might have been a bit overboard. I would love to know the prank. But remember, life is 90% how you take it. Stay focused and look at the brighter side of things. I have no idea what the brighter side is, but you should totally find it. In any case, you should totally check that parcel you just got. See ya. Okay. Jill. Oh. Just a dream. There's something near the door. Okay, Chapter 1, Primera. So, I'm going to try and play through this, see how I like it. If people like it, or if I like it, then I'm going to keep going through until I finish the story. I doubt this would be in more than one Let's Play, though. Your membership to Shining Fingered, that's not a reference, will automatically renew on the 17th. Make sure your account has at least $800 by then. Make sure to save your data using the Life Backup app. You can browse the Augmented Eye. You can now browse the Augmented Eye. Life Backup app. Doesn't sound comforting. So, who is that letter from? Nobody. Okay. Kitty. Can I click on anything in here? There's that little shirt there, but nothing really to click on. Clicking on the stuff there. Yeah, that's probably not the best place to hang them. What is that? Well, okay, so we don't have anything here being said. So we're playing as Jill. Jill here is the main character, and this is apparently the boss, whoever this is. And whoever this is just goes by 4. So I'm gonna unlock this. See what we got over here. And that's welcome Jill. Add app. We've got life backup, which is where the game you can save the game. That's simple enough. Let's click on this. And mass immigration. Oh, what's this? Would you leave? Not without you. There's something going on over here. So I guess I'll check that out there. But first, let's see what this augmented eye stuff is. Mass immigration continues as Quincy reveals new economic adjustments. I'm going to make sure to pop down here and look over here, make sure things don't pop there since it's already changed once. By Kimberly La Valette. With inflation rates among the highest in the world, constant shortages of basic groceries, and rampant violent crime, Glitch City citizens look for a better life in other countries. Yeah, I did look at the opening, and yeah, I guess this is in Glitch City, so that's one little piece that I probably should have looked a little more there. Quincy, however, isn't happy with this. They learn in our schools and our universities. The Prime Minister said during a talk with the Augmented Eye, but they apply what they learn from somewhere else, and I find it rather insulting. This comes after revealing new economic measures for the city, which most analysts consider to be useless for the current environment. They don't know. They don't know shit about. They don't know shit. Concluded Quincy. Yeah, well, there's a little asterisk there, and yet they have that word right there. Sure, but I guess this is technically part of a news thing, so I wonder what Alma thinks of this whole thing. Whoever Alma is. Wonderlanders are the newest threat to your security. Beware. Also by Kimberly. If you thought Alice Rabbit was good at checking the most complicated security protocols in the world, then this new group will certainly uh, blow your mind. They've yet to make an impact as big as Alice Rabbit, but they seem to be aiming very high with the recent threats issues against Prime Minister Quincy. We hold full access to Quincy's email network and will release the whole database this January, the group declared during the stream. Shallow threats. When questioned, Prime Minister Quincy dismissed all of the group's threats by stating he's not hiding anything and is not afraid of a possible leak of his email history. Maybe everyone will get to see what kind of TV I bought last month. Wild parties. The people behind the Wonderlanders seem to enjoy dressing in all kinds of rabbit costumes during the stream, from Anthro to Bunny Girl. The purpose was to show the love and respect they have for Alice Rabbit and their role in today's politics. We want to follow their example while having some fun. We're not sure if this will go anywhere, but we'll be there to tell you if it does. Okay? Cyborg and Heels. Okay, so clicking on them is what brought this over here. 4. His acting is unnatural. I don't think he cares about the rules of nature anyways. Okay. A little sticky notes there. Cyborg and Heels returns next year to Super Silver Thunderdome. Oh, this one's by Lana Smithy. The popular show Cyborg and Heels returns to the Dome this March, with tickets going on sale in January. Cyborg and Heels is a massive stage show about a cyborg fighting terrorism while wearing heels. Okay. Director Quentin Hayter, his last name is Hayter, explained Cyborg and Heels' special appeal during an exclusive interview with the Augmented Eye. What's not to love about it? It's a cyborg wearing heels, cutting stuff. That's literally something we've never seen before. A niche market I'm willing to capitalize on. Check out the full interview in the next few weeks, exclusively here at the Augmented Eye. Okay. Well, that's everything in the Augmented Eye. So, there's nothing else there. Let's go back to the home page. Well, so I can't click add app. It doesn't do anything, and this would just change music. What is this? This is the various different musics they have in the game. Welcome to Valhalla. Oh, there we go. Dancing simulation every day is night. The neon glow lights. Okay. So, they said something about a parcel. I don't really see anything to click on here. I guess my only option is to go to work. Don't really have anything else there, so since I don't have anything, let's go to work and Tuesday, December 13th. Good evening. Hey there, Jill. Oh, hey, John. Well, that there's a pause there for some reason. When will you admit to have a John face, Jill? Gil? Apparently, he looks like a John. His name is Gillian. When you let people call you Jules, quiet. Are you okay? You look distracted. Where's Boss? Is their name actually Boss, or you just call them Boss? Dunno. She went out to buy some stuff and... Did you hear what I just told you? You said something? Yes, that you look distracted. Very, very distracted. It's nothing. I'm just thinking about stuff. What stuff? Well, I have to pay rent by the 30th, which is always stressful, and... There's also the fact that I spent a full hour yesterday apparently talking to myself. I saw you back there, girl. I saw you. You can't hide from me. I know you're there. No, I can actually change the channel. I'd buy that for $1. That's not a reference, no. $59.99. Is that it for a cup of coffee? $59.99. Wrestling. Passy 0. Okay, we'll just stick with pool. Not to mention the fact that 2 days ago I found out the bar is at risk of closing. So not only is my life being shaken up, I'm apparently going crazy. On top of that, neutering 4 left me with a completely empty wallet, and I'll get evicted if I miss rent again. Wait, so 4 was a cat. So that was the cat. Does the cat talk? No, she was talking to herself. So she was... Okay. And there are all the beer cans around my apartment, and... Jill! Sorry, did you say something? Can you really work today? Of course I can. Let's go through the basics then, shall we? Just in case. If you can make a piano man, I'll skip the rest, but bear with me for a second here, okay? Let's start with a sugar rush. Look for the recipe using the navigation bar in the recipe book. That will show up on the top left. You can also sort drinks by flavors, like sweet, or types like manly. Drag the desired amount of ingredients from their cells on the right to the shaker in the center. Gil. When done, press the mix button, and then press it again to stop mixing. Click the serve button or the drink itself to serve it, and that'll be all. Oh, but if the drink looks messed up, you'll need to press the reset button and try again. You can press reset at any time, even while the shaker is moving. Don't be afraid to use it. Gil, I'm the one that went through the formal BTC instruction. Then this should be no problem. Okay, so this is that little slider thing. Gil wants either a sugar rush or a piano man. If I mess up the ingredients or the drink, I can press the reset button and try again. I'm going to go with the sugar rush because since I haven't played this before, I'd rather not skip the whole tutorial. Let's go through the tutorial. Okay, so use the navigation part to start the browsing. What? Oh, here we go. By name, we'll just go by name. We'll go here. Sugar rush. A sugar rush is 2 of these. 1, 2, and 1 powdered delta, which is this, with optional karmatrine. Sure, let's do that. All mixed. Sweet, light, and fruity, as girly as it gets. Sweet, girly, happy. So those are the key types it is here. So let's mix. I guess stop. There we go. Success. And click on the drink to serve. Here, happy now? I know what I said. Achievement unlocked. A little, but not quite. Let's do one more. I know. Please humor me for a bit. This is a waste of ingredients if you're not going to serve them and drink them yourself. But some drinks need to be blended. See, that's why I didn't want to do that. This is done by mixing it for over 5 seconds. You can tell it's being blended when the shaker starts moving faster. You also need to check if the drink should be served on the rocks or aged. Check ice and age buttons on the side to select the one you need. So that's what these are. And in case it wasn't obvious, on the rocks means you have to toggle the ice tab. No, that's totally not obvious. It should be noted that the station will add the ice after mixing. Fair. It's not something you should mind, though, just a fun fact. Give me a moonblast and I'll leave you alone. Keep in mind what I said. Yeah. Moonblast. Okay. Well, that's okay. So I need 6 of these. That's 5, 6. Wow, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, cool. 1 powdered delta. 1 flanergide. I'm gonna murder these names. And 2 of these karmatrines. I think that's probably the biggest thing here. Now this is all on the rocks, so I'll want this there. And blended. So no relation to the hadron cannon you can see on the moon for 1 week every month. Well, that's not... Oh, it actually tells me a little price here, too. Okay, so... It's apparently gonna shake faster. There we go. And success, Moonblast. Here, did I amuse you for long enough? You did. Sorry to hold you. Let's get working. Yeah. Oh yeah, before I forget. Water. You can make any drink big by doubling the amount of ingredients. That would have been a lot of ingredients for that one. That would have been a lot, because we had 6 of these, like, what was it, 2 of these? That was a lot. Luckily, I won't have to do that. From what I gather, I don't have, like, a huge time limit on them, so I can take my time to make sure that they're made, and I'm not going to give myself a time limit just to make it harder, because why? This game is supposed to be more about the story than the gameplay. You can make any drink big by doubling the amount of ingredients, but if the recipe already has over 10 ingredients, the drink is already big. There we go. So yeah, once you get to 10 ingredients, it's already big. Oh, and if a recipe says it uses optional karmatrine, it means you can use none or fill it to the brim. Ah. I wish you had told me that when I made that last drink. It doesn't count towards making a big drink, of course. Karmatrine is the alcoholic factor in a drink. It doesn't change the taste, but the amount still has an effect. If you add too much of it, the client will get drunk faster, so please be mindful of that. Okay, so adding 1 was actually fine. Are you done with the exposition? Now I am, yeah. Dana. Hey, guys! Which one's Dana? Oh, Boo... Eh? That's, I think, Boss, so that one must be Dana. Who's that? I don't know. This is Donna because her mouth's moving. So I don't know. Found her while I was out shopping. Why bring her here? Well, it was either leave her outside at the mercy of society's finest, or bring her unconscious body in here. She's going to make such a ruckus when she wakes up, you know that. That's up for you to deal with. I'll be in my office. So that was the boss. And now we actually know the boss's name. You can't just push that responsibility onto us. We have work to do, damn it. There are two of you. Believe in yourselves. I like the boss already. Do you think Chief knocked her out? Nah, that's unlikely. She'd be crowing about it or taunting us if that were the case. And it's not like her to pick on such a small girl, at least not unprovoked. Okay. Now I may or may not be there. Yeah, you're right. We'll just need to keep it quiet. She seems to be just sleeping soundly, not comatose. I hope so. Okay then, time to start the night. Yes, I'll start working while you go clean the bathroom. Come again? While you spent the whole weekend and Monday doing God knows what, we've had some interesting clients come in. Oh yes, the corgis. Dogs! Lots of them. You're joking. Gil, you've known me for how long now? Do I look like the kind of woman who would make a joke like that? Well, so, as punishment for leaving me to deal with all of that on my lonesome, you'll be in charge of cleaning the bathrooms. Have fun! Just that. Fine. I see no problem. Where's the cleaning stuff? Here. You brought that from home, didn't you? That I did. Fine. He was trying to get out of it because they didn't really have enough cleaning stuff, did they? With that out of the way, let's play some music on the new jukebox. This model needs to have all of its 12 slots filled with songs before it can start. I wonder what was the logic behind that decision. That is a very good question. I actually don't know. But first of all, we're going to put the welcome song in first because that was awesome. Good for health, bad for... I can't put those question mark ones in, I'm sure. What is this? March of the White... I can't just read that whole title. I'm assuming the White Knights. Neo Avatar. Sure. Ooh, nighttime maneuvers. Those that dwell in the shadows. That's definitely one I want to put out there. A star piece. This is the dark. And so you can remove them by clicking on them again. I'm just kind of just throwing stuff in there. Dawn approaches. That's a good one for the ending one, I think. Metropolis, Digital Drive, Neon District. Sure. Oh, well, that's fitting. Dusk. A city that never sleeps, and Dawn approaches. We'll go with that. I don't know any of them, so we'll just go with those ones. And I just figured Welcome to Valhalla is a good way to end, and Dawn approaches begin, and Dawn approaches is a good way to end. Time to mix drinks and change lives. I don't know about changing lives. Hey you, give me a beer. Oh, sure, right on it. Well, beer. That was fast. Okay, so I want one of those. I want 2 Bronson extract. I think it's the first time I'm using those. 1 powdered Delta. 2 of these. And 4 of these. That's a lot for a beer, and it just mixed, so... Traditionally brewed beer has become a luxury, but this one's pretty close to the real deal. Ah, that's why. Bubbly, classic vintage. Mix, stop, success. Here you go. No, this isn't gonna cut it. Give me a big one. Sure. Okay. Sure thing. You want a big beer. That's not a problem. I just double the ingredients. 1, 2... Need 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. He didn't say a big one. So 2 powdered Delta. 2 of these. So 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's a clever way of doing it. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. How about this one? Ah, yes. Now this one's fit for a man like me. Right. You're lucky I was in a meeting close by. This hellhole could certainly use a presence like mine. Although, to be fair, work has taken me to worse hellholes, like New Jersey the 3. So now we have a third Jersey. What happened to the... Well, huh. What kind of work do you do, mister? You're talking to Dinovan D. Dawson, chief editor and owner of the Augmented Eye. Oh, so we have JJ here. Nothing gets published there without my blessing. The day started with a quite interesting fellow, it seems. So you're the one to blame for the barrage of daily articles on Alice Rabbit there? Hey, people love those articles. They love reading about that urban legend. Can you blame them? The idea of some wildcat hacker working for their own goals and nobody else's? That's the kind of corny shit that brings the clicks from all kinds of people. And clicks bring money, and money brings nice stuff. Stuff like cars, and houses, and plastic surgery, and the missus and her kids. Well, I'm not complaining about the fact that you write about the hacker, just that you write about them every single day. Some of it isn't even news, just speculations or copycats. Can't read your newspaper daily feed without running into at least one article about Alice Rabbit. Well, first of all, I don't write about it, my interns do. The poor bastards think it'll help make them full-time employees. I'm just capitalizing on this topic while it's popular. And second, you're tired of one article about a supposed hacker, but not all the daily stories about murders and other horrors. Well, I always filter out that section. I don't want to start my days scared and bitter. I have enough pressure and problems as is. I don't need to add Glitch City's lovely citizens to the list. You're smarter than you look, kid. But if more people were like you, I'd go bankrupt from the lack of traffic. I'm pretty sure you'd still get there. Still, maybe my job would be easier. How so? People get People get bored of a certain kind of news after seeing it repeatedly. When I started this job, it only took the news of some elderly woman being killed to guarantee clicks. Now, you need an elderly woman carrying a sick baby boy getting hit by a truck. That's not enough. They need a full sob story behind it. That's why I like those urban legends. They're easier to write about, and you can make up any shit you want. Spam them while they're hot, and even people like you, people who avoid the murder stories, will see them. Ugh. That brings money, and like I said, money's good. Huh, I guess he has a point. What about the opinion columns? Aren't those a good source of traffic too? Oh, I hate those brats. They just write about how they are better than everyone else. They might also write about how everyone that likes a certain something should be sodomized. The worst part about that is they know half of our clicks and come from them, so they get all diva-like on my ass. I think you're being too harsh. What about? No, wait. I was thinking of another newspaper. Yeah, the columnists in your page are annoying. See? The kid on the restaurant critique column, shit, forgot that brat's name. Restaurant? I believe that's that kid. Couldn't care less about his name. Anyway, his column is the least visited of the bunch. He gets less hits than the obituaries. Ouch. However, he still insists that I keep paying for his adventure to outrageous restaurants. I wouldn't have any problem with that if he actually wrote about half of the places he visits. How so? He rarely writes about the places the newspaper sends him to. I have a real feeling that we're going to meet this person later. I've even heard he tries to get free meals by proclaiming that he's a food critic. Poor bastard only gets laughed at when he says that. I do remember some guy coming here asking for free drinks and saying he was a critic or whatever. Did he look like a fat child with this really small face? No. Wasn't this one then. Anyway, all this talk made me thirsty. Try to give me a beer this time, please. Coming right up. Do you want a big one or a regular one, dude? You're asking for the exact same drink. Do you want a big one? I'm going to assume he wants a big one. Because that's what he wanted last time. So I'm going to assume that. We'll check. I mean, again. Here. It's the big things that make life worthwhile. Yep, he likes his big beers. So if they become regulars, I'm assuming they're probably going to want something similar, so I'm going to have to remember that Donovan here likes big beers. What about big troubles? Did I stutter, kid? Right. So tell me, do you see many celebrities in this hellhole? Please stop referring to this place as a hellhole. If a place smells like soap and dog piss, I'm within my constitutional rights to call this place to call it a hellhole. I'm doing my best here, thank you very much. Who was that? Nobody important. Hey, I heard that. Don't be offended by what I say, kid. I'm insulting the building, not you. You can think of it as a small hole in hell rather than a hellish hole, if you like. Charming. So, celebrities. Not really, at least not that I know of. Why? Well, to begin with, you have a serious VIP as a client, but I don't see you losing your shit. You're not making me feel special, honey. And second, because I'm always up for gossip regarding famous people, especially the red carpet kind of famous, those folks people pretend to love, but actually want to see fall from grace. Pretend to love, fall from grace. Why do you think that gossip about famous people always sells? People pretend that they love celebs, but what they really want is to see their idols torn down to their level. Rude. They want to see them suffer to get their comeuppance. Wow. For daring to be so much more successful than them. Nah, I think gossip is just something everyone enjoys, but nobody wants to admit to enjoying. You thought wrong. But even if you were right, it wouldn't change the fact that people love that kind of stuff. They want to escape their lives by living somebody else's. Sadly, I fail to see the appeal in that whole thing. What do I care if this guy I saw in some random movie was wearing socks with sandals, or if they are dating God who knows who? Granted, socks with sandals is practically a public indecency, but still. Oh, please. As a bartender, I bet you have a strong voyeuristic streak. Your kind always likes to hear that kind of stuff. Just like hairdressers, this sounds hypocritical coming from you. Even if that's the case, I don't sensationalize what people do. I don't make it more than that person you know from TV acts like a human. Sensationalize is the key word here. Just the other day, I saw this committee judge bitching over what some girl was wearing to the store. No matter what you say, these people don't exist solely to entertain the public. But this problem exists because they're the ones constantly cultivating the idea that they're perfect and untouchable. This is going to hurt my voice eventually. Going to exotic locales, dressing in elegant ways, indulging in every luxury they can think of. All that just leaves the public craving for those little moments when they make a mistake and fall to their level. Can't say that's a lie, but sometimes the crowd just wants to see they're human. Hey, that dude that plays the nice guy and the is indeed a really nice guy. To be fair, the gossip articles don't help sensationalizing everything. It feels like they're instigating a behavior that shouldn't even be acknowledged in the first place. You like your big words, eh, Brat? Well, two can play that game of. Hmm. Hey, you're a bartender, right? No, I'm a lab rat hell bent on world domination. I'm world conquest. She's pinky and the brain. Sarcasm wastes my time, my money, and your energy. Refrain from using it. Anyway, I just realized that a bartender like you must have heard quite a few stories in her career. Talk about changing topics. Maybe? Why? Wouldn't you like a column talking about those? I bet they would sell quite well. It would be like that priest who published confessionary stories and then got excommunicated and lynched. People usually tell me all this stuff because they know I'm just a simple bartender. A personal stranger asserts. We could have you ghostwriting half of our half of our staff do that. They do? You don't really think Lana Smithy is just one person, do you? Figures. Anyway, eventually the people from the stories would know it's them and blame me. Not only would that hurt us as a business, it would hurt me. I really like hearing clients rant about their lives. Oh, and it would hurt my clients too, I guess. Yes, the clients, remember them. Well, if you ever retire, that offer is waiting for you. Yeah, like you'll remember me 2 weeks from now. I have a feeling. Yeah, you probably will. Sure. Do you want another drink, Mr. Donovan? Mr. Donovan. Mr. Donovan. Did I say something wrong? Not at all. I just really like the sound of that. Mr. Donovan. Mr. Donovan. Is it really that special? At work, everyone calls me Mr. Dawson or Boss. Boss is just a title. It's too impersonal and cold. It is? Mr. Dawson was my father and grandfather. It's too general, but Mr. Donovan? Now that's more like it. They're referring to me, to the man in front of them, not to my family, not to my position's boss, to me. Do you want your employees to get personal with you, Mr. Donovan? Oh, God, no, but I want them to fear me. Of course you do. Not because I'm their boss or the name appearing in their paychecks, but rather because I strike mortal dread into them. Starting tomorrow, I'm going to make everyone call me that. Oh yeah, you were asking something. What was it? Drink. Another one. Do you? Ah, yes. But I need to cut myself off. I just remembered I have a night shift later. Ooh, well, there's the money I need. Give me something bitter and big, but not alcoholic. I need to wake myself up. I can do that. Okay, so now we have to buy type flavor. We want bitter. He does want big still. So we need to choose something that's non-alcohol. And so what do we have here? We've got Sunshine Cloud. Sunshine Cloud is tastes like chocolate milk with its good smell intact. Some say it tastes like caramel too. Okay, so that's soft. So there is that. Well, there's bottled drinks, but I didn't know we had bottled drinks. It doesn't have anything here, so go back to bitter. So he wants bitter. So Grizzly Temple. A Grizzly Temple is a 303 all blended. This one's kind of a barrel. It's mostly for fans of the movie, so no, it's bland. By flavor, bitter. Can I go non-alcoholic? No. Pile driver? All mix. It doesn't burn as hard on the tongue, but you better not have a sore throat when drinking it. Gut punch. age. It's supposed to mean a punch made to the innards, but the name actually describes what you feel while drinking it. It's strong. That's definitely not what I want. Suplex. A suplex is this. A small twist on the pile driver, putting more emphasis on the tongue burning and less on the throat burning. So this is burning. Can I... If he wants non-alcoholic. Okay, sunshine is soft. So there's that. He wants that, but I don't think he'd want girly. That's, it does have optional Carmetrine. Something bitter, big, and with no alcohol at all. That's strong, so that definitely would not be the case. I have a feeling this would not be it, because this actually has the stuff here. Oh, wait, I can actually have 2 drinks? I think I want to go with the Sunshine Cloud, because this one actually has here that this is optional, so I'll just ignore this entirely and double the remaining ingredients. I'm going to try, because this, it's on the rocks and it's blended. I'd rather not do this one because he doesn't seem like he'd want girly drinks, but again, it's soft. I think this stuff right here, which gets people drunker, is optional, and it's still under bitter, so hopefully this will work. Okay, let's try. Might as well. Paint me blue and call me Sue. You can actually do it. Oh wow. So this'll help me stay up late tonight. Say kid, does this bar have any investors? Sweet, I got lucky there. I wasn't sure because of the girly thing. He didn't call it a hellhole? There was some bloke named Sven that wanted to give us money if we stamped his face all over the place. But aside from that, no. These bars are pretty much like any fast food chain, so there are no local investors. Why? Just wanted to let you know how lucky you bastards are. Investors suck harder than my first wife's mouth. Well, those bastards think they're so important because they put their money in the company. Well, you give me money so you can make more. Let me do my thing and I'll give you your money. But no, they have to stick their noses and start changing the silliest of stuff. What good is it if the boss, what good is it to the boss if you still have to work for someone else? You still have to answer to unions, the government, and those kind of organizations, don't you? Yeah, but that's paperwork. I'll make somebody else do it and call it a day. These losers ask for meetings. They start talking about stuff they don't like, stuff they found offensive. And there's always that one guy or gal that says, hey, why don't you do what that other newspaper does? Recently, they told me that they needed more clicks. More clicks! I make sure to keep stuff spicy while still keeping production quality up, but it's never enough for them. Well, you know what? They want more clicks, I'll give them more clicks. I'll show them what happens when I do what they want and don't reject ideas. They'll know who the hell Donovan D. Dawson is. Should I be worried? Nah. At least he paid before storming off. Yeah, $1,500 over here. I wonder what happened with Sven, though. We never heard from him again. Jill, okay. Can I actually... I can set the jukebox, which I just noticed was actually changing. There's a load. Yes. What the hell happened in that bathroom? That kind of mess usually requires you to have thumbs. Crafty dogs, I tell you. You'd think their short legs would hinder them. The ceiling, it stinks. The toilets, the vents. Shh, you'll wake up. Briar Rose over there. I won't forget this. Yeah. Oh, a client. Okay. Why can't I... Okay. Can I save here? No. This has been going on for a little while, and I have not an option to save. So I'm just going to go ahead and end the episode here and continue up immediately. So thank you everyone for watching, and I will continue this shortly.